Zampula, this is reporter Sonam Dikki. The inauguration for India-Bhutan Satellite Ground Station was held today, marking yet a historic milestone in the space journey. The inauguration of ground station is a testament of success of a joint satellite. It also symbolizes the commitment to progress and development. Minister of MoICE and MFA attended the ceremony along with the chairman and delegation from an Indian space research organization, dignitaries from Indian Embassy, the acting secretary and representatives from GovTech. Inland water quality, biomass and forest cover, snow and glacier cover, Bhutan's geology and hydrology will all be assessed using the data from India-Bhutan satellite that was launched last year.
Today, we will mark the launch of a significant milestone as we explore the benefits of outer space with the generous support of the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, and the government and the people of India. Just a few months ago, I was sitting anxiously with many other participants, waiting to witness the historic launch of the India-Bhutan satellite. This is the realization of the vision of our leader, His Majesty the King, 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝗿𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗵 and the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi. Today, we are gathered here again to mark the achievement of yet another milestone and further strengthen the already close friendship between our two countries. After the launch of the India-Bhutan satellite, officials from the ISRO and GovTech took up the task to establish a ground station, working relentlessly to make use of the satellite data. With their dedication and hard work, they have been successful in setting up the ground station in a short period of time, even though the work had to be done under many constraints. With this in place, I hope we will be able to utilize the data from the India-Bhutan satellite and continue to collaborate with ISRO to further strengthen our special bonds of friendship in this new frontier.
Your Excellency, Chairman of the Indian Space Research Organization and Secretary, Department of Space, Shri Somanath, the Government of India Delegation, Your Excellency, Ambassador 𝗓𝗂𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏𝗏 In 2019, we were gathered much like today to witness a joint statement made by the Honorable Prime Ministers of India and Bhutan announcing a joint satellite project between two close friends. This was during His Excellency Prime Minister Modi's visit to Bhutan. Today we are gathered here again to celebrate the success of that historic announcement. The joint satellite project was announced in 2019 during the Honorable Prime Minister's visit to Bhutan. The inauguration of the S-band ground station is a testament of the success of the joint satellite project. The ground station has equipped us with the means to receive images directly from the joint satellite and also in processing the images locally. This improves our ability to tap into the vulnerable resources for the space has to offer, ultimately benefiting our citizens. It is also a testament to the strength of our partnership with ISRO and the Government of India, who have provided invaluable support and expertise throughout the development of the project. For decades, our two nations have shared a bond that has only grown stronger with time. This friendship is rooted deeply between our governments and our people. India has been a key partner in Bhutan's development, providing critical support in the area of education, healthcare, infrastructure development, and environmental conservation. One area where we can further strengthen our cooperation is in the field of space technology. This has become an essential tool for national development and has the potential to bring immense benefits to our societies.
So this is the ground station control room of the India-Bhutan SAT. So India-Bhutan SAT is a joint satellite built between the government technology agency GovTech of RGOB and the Indian Space Research Organization ISRO of the Government of India. So the project started in 2019 when His Excellency the Prime Minister Narendra Modi was on a state visit to Bhutan. So we were able to launch the satellite in November of last year. So since then we have been able to receive the images, the signal from the satellite here in Bhutan ground station. For the satellite development from Bhutan side, we were 3 of us from GovTech, 3 engineers who participated in the development of the joint satellite. And of course, there were a team from ISRO side also. 2 of us have already been trained during the Bhutan 1 project. That was the first satellite of Bhutan. And 1 was a new engineer. So in terms of the challenges, since 2 of us have already worked on the satellite before, so we didn't face that many challenges. But of course, for every satellite project, there is a new challenges. So we had some technical glitches here and there, but finally, eventually, we were able to resolve all the issues. So after the launch of the satellite, as I mentioned, we have been receiving the images here in Bhutan ground station, and also we get the images from ISRO also through the dedicated connection. So all the images that we have received, we have shared some of these images with our relevant government agencies, and we have asked our relevant agencies to see what and how these images can be useful in their line of work. And very soon we will meet together and discuss further on how we can make the most out of these images that we have here. For this particular satellite, we have an optical payload that has 4 bands. So, and it can give an image of 30-meter resolution. So, like I mentioned, we have given these images to the agencies, and we'll soon discuss how useful these images are for their work, and we'll see how we can make the best use of these images. With this joint satellite, not only are we getting the images here for our use, but we are also able to get a hands-on training or hands-on development processes along with the ISRO scientists. So that was a big, I think, a technical know-how transfer. And also we have a ground station set up here in Bhutan itself with the help of ISRO. So there also we were able to get the hands-on training on setting up the ground station and then making it operationalized. So I think these are some of the benefits that we received from the joint satellite project.
I fully realize that this is a very, very small step. But then when you take small steps, I go back to remember all the small steps that we have taken in India long back. When we are trying to build our space ecosystem, the first rocket that we launched came from US. The ground station to support the launch came from France. And the computers for supporting the launch came from Russia. And it was 𝗓𝗂𝗏 who brought all of this together to India to have the first ever rocket launching in India. So we were a nascent country trying to learn space technology, and there were people helping us. And through that engagement, we developed the capability that we have today. Today, we can be proudly telling that we have rockets, satellites, and applications. And another important thing I want to tell you is we realized in the early phase itself, it is not rockets and satellites that are more important, but what it can do for the people is most important. And this was the narrative from the very beginning, and we looked at applications connected with ministries, governments, state governments, application people to see how to use our satellites very well, and it has produced results. And once that is seen, of course, need for building better satellites, better rockets, all came over a period of time. And this is a journey that we took. And I would like to thank Honorable Majesty the King for having that vision today of taking Bhutan to newer heights in the days to come in the domain of technology and science, and the opportunity given to India for helping you to do that in terms of building the small satellite, the India-Bhutan satellite, but a powerful satellite. and also the ground station here to bring the data, process the data, and then make it available. And the most important part, which I am very, very happy about, is the connect between the scientists and engineers in GovTech to be part of our team to build the satellite, to understand the imagery that is coming from the satellite, to make sense out of it, and have your own capability development over a period of time to handle it yourself. I think this is something that is exciting, taking back to the journey that we have taken. I think there are similarities. Maybe the time scales are different, but today I'm very happy to see the historic thing happening in Bhutan, and I'm very happy and proud to be part of your journey to greater heights in the days to come. So this is something which I would like to tell you. I'm very sure this is just the beginning, I said, but there is long journey to travel, and in that travel, we are there to be part of your team, and in whatever way that we can help. I had a discussion with Honorable Minister to say what are the track that we can take over a period of time.
I'm also very happy to note that Bhutanese space engineers and experts received hands-on training at ISRO laboratories and institutes, and will be undertaking operations related to data acquisition and processing of raw images at the station where we are sitting today. I also understand that the data from its satellite received directly at the ground station in Bhutan in Thimphu will be used for assessing inland water quality, forest and biomass cover, snow and glacier cover, Bhutan geology and hydrology, thus benefiting a number of agencies across sector. I once again compliment both the GovTech and the ISRO teams for significant milestones that have been reached so far in our space cooperation. I am very confident that the discussion this afternoon will be very productive, and building on this very strong foundation that we have today, we will be able to develop a clear roadmap, a plan of action, as Chairman ISRO just mentioned, as to what we can do in the future, which will benefit Bhutan, and it will reflect also this strong partnership that we have between our two countries. As all of you have mentioned, this is only the beginning of the space cooperation with Bhutan. It will be our endeavor to expand our cooperation in terms of STEM education and activities, and India is very committed to partner Bhutan across sectors as per the priorities of the government and people of Bhutan. With these words, I wish GovTech and ISRO every success in their joint endeavors to take our bilateral space collaboration to newer heights in the coming future. Thank you, and 𝗕𝗵𝘂𝗿𝗂𝗏.